Hi everybody, this is Alice, and I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, but the last a couple of weeks back I was actually hospitalized because of I had fluid in my lungs and I was severely anemic. So yeah, a few health problems sort of cropped up, and I really couldn't craft or do any videos and things like that, and I've really not been doing much. But in the last few days I've been watching some videos from Kathy Otter's channel, and I've been trying out some of her lab book. She did December daily, I think 2012 or 2013 version, I can't remember. But so she did a December daily in a lab book format, and I'm really fascinated by a lab book because we don't have that here. So when I went to search information on it, I realized that it's actually used for like a, you know, I don't know, like a note-taking kind of thing. But this has been used. What Kathy has done is actually turned it into a little December daily, or a journal kind of thing, a photo journal, you know, journaling album, mini album style. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard of her. She's the one who created the hidden hinge system, binding system. And so what I'm going to do is, because what I did was I followed her tutorial exactly, but I did some changes because she was using file folders, but I didn't have any on hand. So what I did was actually I made my own file folders, so-called, using the envelope punch board, and I wanted to show you how it was done, especially the one which she used to make the lab book, which was the middle file folder. Because when I've tried it out, you know, I had some errors in measurement and all that. So I just wanted to show you, if you wanted to make your own using your own paper, and you don't have 12 by 12 and you only have A4 paper or cardstock, this is what you can actually make, because I actually used A4 cardstock to make my file folders. So let me just get...
Very good story.
Yep, sorry about that. That was my dad. Okay, so you will need the envelope punch board, alright, and A4 paper. You will need 6 in total, because to make her Kathy Otter's lab book, alright, you need 2 left tabs, 2 right tabs, and 2 middle tabs. So you actually need 6 pieces of paper. You can use any color for the base of your lab book. So you can use white cardstock. This is 200 GSM black cardstock. The one that I showed you was made with craft cardstock. I think it was 150 GSM craft cardstock. We don't go by pounds here, so I'm not sure exactly how many pounds that is. So yeah, so this is actually there were mistakes made in this one. So this is actually my sample, you know, example book, lab book. So okay, so basically what you need to do for the left, for the tabs that on the left and the right hand side, it doesn't matter because you can actually do them the same way and just flip the paper over. The cardstock has no front or back, so yeah. So basically the first thing you do is you center the corner of the cardstock paper right in the center of this envelope punch board, where you have to punch the, you know, the guide, to punch the notch. Alright, so you just put it right in the center and you punch. Okay, so you get that. Then you move it over to the 3-inch mark and you punch again. Flip it over and do the same. So you flip it over this way and you will punch the same on the opposite side. And same thing, put this at the 3-inch mark. Okay, so you will get something like that. Later on we have to cut off some of this paper. Okay, so you do it again another 3 more times, because this is for the left and right tabs. So this the instructions for this is actually shown in her channel, but I'll just show it again. It's pretty fast anyway. So remember to notch it at the 3-inch mark. And that's the last one. And here's the last one. Fourth one. Alright, now once you're done with that, then what you need to do is to make the one with the center fold, the center tab. Okay, first of all, punch it on one side at 2 and let me see, at 2 5/8 of an inch. All right, 2 5/8. Let me just have a look at that. Okay, yeah, that's 2 5/8. All right, flip it over and do the same, 2 5/8 again. Okay, so on one side. On the other side, flip it, move it to 3 1/8 of an inch. Flip it over and do the same. Okay, so this is on one side. You notch it at 3 1/8 and 3 1/8 on both sides. And on the other side, you notch it at 2 5/8. 2 5/8. Okay, let me just do that one more time. So 2 5/8 of an inch. Flip it over and do it again. Then on the opposite side, it's 3 1/8 of an inch. Flip it over and do it 3 1/8. Okay, so now this is all the punching that you'll do. And what you can do now is to after you cut, you can round off the edges. So we won't round off the edges yet. I'll just throw all this pieces of paper away and I'll bring out my cutter. Okay, so using your cutter, alright, now for the smaller tab, the one with the smaller tab, you are going to cut the tab off. So I position this so that the bottom of these 2 notches, the 2 valleys at the bottom here, are aligned with the cutting notch, the cutting notch on my Martha Stewart cutter. Let's make sure that it's properly aligned and not moving, and then I just cut that. Okay, and sorry, because my cutter is a bit cranky. It doesn't like seem to cut very well, so I need to just remove that. So you will get this notch here. Alright, So that's for this side, and then the other side where the tab is much bigger, the 3-inch tab, you will slice off the two sides. Okay, so what you will get is something like that. Alright, so that when you fold it later to make your lap book, you see that these two pieces actually join together in a nice, like, it's like a jigsaw puzzle, you know, it fits in perfectly. Okay, so this is for the first piece. Then for the second piece you do the same thing. So this one, this is the larger tab, so we cut off the two sides flaps. Okay, and then for the smaller one, we just cut off the small tab. Alright, so that's the middle tab folder. Then for the left and right tab folders, okay, so we have got it like that. So basically, same thing, align the valley, you know, the bottom of this to your cutting notch. Then slice it through. Oops, I think it moved. It was not quite straight. So you will get a tab like that. Then on the other side, you will cut off this small tab here. And that's how it looks. Can you see that? This way and this way. Okay, so you do another one similar. You can, if it's not quite even, you can always use your scissors to trim it a bit. This one was like not quite even. Yeah, so okay. Then for the other two, we'll do it the opposite way. Doesn't matter actually, because you can just flip it. last one. Sorry, I'm a bit slow today. Yeah. This, Alright, so we are done with the cutting down, and we're going to score the papers. Now, for the standard A4 size, you will score it at 5 5/8. So, get the side that has no tab. This is called the non-tab side, and this is the tab side, the one that sticks out. So this longish piece here, okay, look for 5 5/8, then get your score tool. Alright, where's my score? Nice bone folder. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking for my bone folder. It's vanished somewhere. No, it's somewhere here. Where did my bone folder go? Oh, here it is. Alright, so, and score at 5 5/8. 1 2 3 4 5. Oops, just be careful not to press down too hard and break the paper, which I think I just did. Yeah, yep, see that? I just tore through my file folder. That doesn't matter because you will need to cut it anyway. So this is one of those that I will use to cut. So I've got one. This is the left hand side tab. Okay, then same again, non-tab side, 5 5/8. Just be careful when scoring. Try not to tear the paper. Okay. So this one is again a left hand side tab. So let's see. Five 5/8. The right hand side tab. Sorry, I got this wrong. This is It doesn't matter if you score it wrongly because later on some of this text file folders has to be cut. Okay, so then for the middle one, the same thing. Okay, so 5 5/8 or so. Alright, and then when you fold it up, this is what you will get. A little tab folder like that. So if you were to put it all together, always make sure you burnish so that you get nice sieves. So when you put it all together, you will have one left, one middle, and one right hand tab, like that. Okay, so this is your own file folder. Alright, now so this is how I did my file folders, because I had no file folders on hand and I wanted to make the lap book. So yeah, so for the rest of the tutorial on how to make the lap book, I will try to link Katie Otter's video on her lap book, but she has many parts to it, okay, showing you how to use some of the file folders to make inserts, to how to make pockets. Now my pockets were made wrongly because I did not notice my paper, my folder was actually upside down, and so it's like there's my pocket. These are all right, but this one is upside down. So yeah, and in her tutorial she has a lot more pockets and, you know, styles of matting and all that for those who are interested. So please go and check out her channel for the rest of her tutorial. And I just wanted to show you how I use an A4 piece of paper to make my own file folders, so that I can actually make a smaller lap book in an A2 size. Yeah, so basically you will take the middle piece. How do you do the main cover? That's pretty simple, so I don't mind showing it. Then so basically you just use the if I'm not wrong, yeah, you use the other covers, then you align with the inner fold. Doesn't matter if you go over a little bit, because it's not going to, you know, not going to matter so much. And then just fold it down, and then you fold the other side. Okay, so it's like it will fit in snugly. Well, not perfectly, but it'll be like a jigsaw puzzle. It will fit. And just make sure your paper is aligned, because it's black in color, I can't see it so clearly. Just make sure the paper is aligned and straight before you fold it down, and there you have it, your lap book A2 size. Okay, so if you want me to show you how I constructed the rest of it using my measurements based on this A2 style file folder or lap book, please leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to get some videos out on that. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.